Sometimes an extra inch can make your life a lot easier. I'm talking about photography here. So today we are looking at this, the Olympus MC 14 teleconverter.
All night on a big white ship. Seagulls were dancing all around. I woke up with a sunrise on the sea. Such a precious gift to me. The salty breeze and the waves.
So Olympus has this very popular 40 to 150mm f2.8 Pro and the very magnificent 300mm f4 Pro. Well, so these two are very long lenses on its own, but why would you still need the MC14 teleconverters then? Well, here's the thing, with the MC14 at the long end, this will become 210mm, which is about 420mm in full frame, and this 300mm will become 420mm. So in full frame, this is a massive 840mm. You can probably see Neil Armstrong's footprint on the moon.
Take me where your river flows.
Right, this is the wildlife we have in London. Our very popular pigeon.
This way we are born singing whoa. There's an ocean in your eyes, a million stars that paint the sky.
The build quality of the MC14 is absolutely stunning. You know, there's nothing to complain about. You know, fully metal, and it's fully weather sealed, which means that it fits well with your professional setup. It works very well with the In1 Mark II that I was using, and also the two tele lenses setup. So it's brilliant. You know, just nothing to complain about. It's just well constructed. The most frequently asked question about the MC14 is its compatibility. Well, it only works with two lenses at the moment. It's the Olympus 300mm f4 Pro and the Olympus 40 to 150mm f2.8 Pro. Well, I can only comment on the Olympus lenses at the moment because I haven't got Panasonic lenses to test on. So yeah, that's the only two lenses from the Olympus that will work with this particular teleconverter. There's a good reason for it, because if I open this up, you'll see there's little protruding elements there that will go straight into the butthole of the two tele lenses, you know, because they are the only two lenses with buttholes. The other ones, they just have a flat kind of rear end, so it won't go in. God, man, it's like a storm here today. The image quality is amazing. The second most asked question is the image quality of the MC14. Well, many believe that, you know, if you stuff something between the camera and the lens, you will lose performance. And as a matter of fact, it does. But not by a huge amount, and it's actually very respectable, because you know, regardless what type of teleconverters out there, what brand you're using and anything like that, you will always experience the same thing. You lose a little bit of sharpness and a little bit of performance in general. But you know, the MC40 is actually very well handled in terms of sharpness, contrast, and also resolving power. It retains most of it. Don't get me wrong, you know, you will lose a little bit of it, but you know, it's negligible. If you compare, you know, a file which is just standard file without the MC14, if you zoom it in post just to get the same focal length with and then compared to the one with the MC14, you will actually find that the MC14 files, it actually comes out a lot better because you're getting every single pixel out of it, and while the other one, you are interpolating it by actually blowing it up, essentially. So the third thing people always ask is about handling. Well, I actually think that it's actually fine because a lot of people always say, you know, when you add another layer in between the lens and the body, also affects the solid feeling of the camera or the weight distribution. And I can easily say that, you know, if you look at the actual size of this thing, you know, this is a micro four thirds teleconverter. So it's actually smaller than a full frame teleconverter as well, just like any other lenses. So it's actually quite good, and it feels so solid. Like I mentioned before in the build quality bit, it's fully metal, and when you mount it with the lens and the body, there is absolutely no play whatsoever. So you can even hold it by the body and it doesn't feel any wobbles or anything like that. So it's actually very, very good. And being tiny and lightweight means that, you know, it doesn't actually affect the weight distribution too much. So which means that you have a good feeling in your hand, you know, very good. I like it, there's no problem. The next question about the MC14 is its effect on the light gathering capabilities. Well, I have to tell you that, you know, you do lose light when you use the teleconverter, regardless what brand it is. So in a 2.8 Pro lens, when you use the teleconverter, it will become an f4 lens, and an f4 will become a 5.6. So what that translates into photography ultimately, well, since you're increasing the focal length and also losing light at the same time, and it will mean that you have to use a slightly higher shutter speed, and also depending on the lighting condition, you have to bump up the ISO to maintain the, you know, the image quality. You know, lucky that, you know, Olympus has the you know, very good image stabilization system. So, you know, you can kind of get away with most of the problems that I just mentioned, but ultimately you're still losing light. So that means that in a lower light situation, dimmer, overcast situation like today, you will have to bump up the ISO regardless. So here are my thoughts about the Olympus MC14 teleconverter. Undoubtedly, this is the best, well, one of the best, you know, teleconverters I've ever used. You know, I have used many in my career as a professional photographer. And being a micro four thirds, you know, professional tool, it only means small and light. So it doesn't take up too much space in your camera bag, and it doesn't overburden your shoulder or your back while you're walking all day. So this is definitely very good. And if you need that extra reach, this is definitely one of the best solutions out there without sacrificing performance. But whether you need that or not, I'm gonna leave it up to you. But for me, I think it's actually very, very worthwhile professional accessory. I hope you enjoyed the video you just saw, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more and put on that bell button thing for the notification so you know when our new video is coming out. So until next time, see you then. Ciao. And today we are looking at this, not this little guy here, the Olympus MC14. Sometimes an extra half an inch. Sometimes an extra. Oh shit! I can't talk today. Okay. Oh, exercise. Oh, yeah, it's getting heavy. Yeah, come on, baby. Yeah, God. Olympus has this popular 40 to 150 f2.8 millimeters. f2.8 millimeters. Okay, let's do this now. Oh, yes. But those two lenses are weather sealed, including your Pro camera, which is the EM1 Mark II. Oops. The 300mm f4 Pro and the 40 to 150mm f1. Oh shit. I have to hold my hat because it's so windy. And then f4 become 1.6. 1.6. One of the most capable, high-performing teleconverter lens. Teleconverter lens? One of the most... Still got a cap on.